Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Leah. Welcome to Life with Lee. If you are a returner, which you're probably not because your girl don't got a lot of subscribers yet, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, like and comment below. If you've already seen by the title, this is about my 21-day Daniel fast that I did for the month of December. Before we even get into all of that, all the tea, all the juice, all the sauce, let's get into my outfit of the day. Let's go. First, y'all, excuse the mess in the bag, but let's get into this outfit courtesy of Shein. Bracelets from Shein, earrings from Shein. This two-piece set is from Shein, and if you notice, it has a zipper at the bottom so you can unzip it from either way. A jean jacket from Shein, anklet from Shein. Y'all, and I tell y'all, Shein is the bomb. If you don't know, now you know. Go cop some stuff from Shein, y'all. All right, y'all, now that we're back, so definitely comment Shein down below because probably 80% of my closet is Shein for sure. So now let's get into this Daniel fast. What made me want to do this Daniel's fast is I seen another YouTuber, I don't remember her name, but if I do remember, I'll comment it in the description box down below. And I noticed that she was doing it. For me, I already knew that I wanted, like a better relationship with God, just to become overall a better person. When people talk about becoming better, they always talk about being better physically, mentally, and spiritually. So for me, those were the areas I wanted to work on. And with the Daniel fast, I felt like I was able to achieve that and to do that. So for me, I chose the Daniel fast because one, I felt like my relationship with God has not been as strong as it needs to be or how it has been in the past. And two, I have been struggling with losing weight and being consistent like I used to be in the past. And as far as mentally, I just felt like each one. That's what we're going to do, y'all. That's what we're going to do. So let's start with the spiritual. Since I've been living on my own for the past 3 years, I do feel like I have strayed away from the church quite a bit. Meaning I don't read my Bible as often, I don't pray as often, I don't go to church as often. Even before COVID, I just stopped doing what I used to do. I also used to be a Sunday school teacher at my church. I stopped doing that. I stopped doing a lot of things that were keeping me grounded in faith. And I was brought up in the church. My mom always, had me in church. Once I reached middle school and was able to stay home by myself, she gave me the option of whether or not I wanted to go to church. She never forced me. So I genuinely loved the Lord for myself. I was baptized when I was 9. And when I was 22 or 23, I rededicated my life to Christ. That's when I knew I was definitely backsliding in a lot of ways. Going
out partying all the time, drinking all the time, out dating, having sex, what young, 20-year-olds do.
But I felt like I wasn't really being the true Christian woman that I was supposed to be. So spiritually, that's where I was at with that. Mentally, I needed to get off of social media, and I'll get into all the things that I could or couldn't do in the Daniel fast in a minute. But for me, I needed to get off all social media platforms. TikTok,
Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook.
Did I say Twitter, Instagram?
I needed to get rid of all of those off my phone so I could just focus on myself and God. Because I feel like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to be transparent and open and honest. Looking at certain people do certain things, I definitely grew envious of some of my friends. How are they getting money doing this and doing that? Or how are they able to travel every week? I'm out here busting my behind to make sure I'm paying off my student loans, living in a nice apartment, and they can just go and come as they please with no worry in the world. I
really used to be envious of people like that,
or envious of people who have 2 parents that they can call on for stuff. Because me, I was raised by a single mom. I don't have really a relationship with my dad or whatever, and I just used to be very envious of stuff I used to see. I used to be happy and congratulate people, but in the back of my mind, I used to be damn, why can't I have that? Or damn, am I doing enough? Because I feel like I'm busting my ass. I'm not just wasting my money on stupid stuff. What's going on? So I feel like I needed to cut myself off of social media for that reason, and because in today's society, everybody is trying to look the same, especially women. Like, there's such a social construct of how women should look, and everyone needs to have nice hips and a big butt and big boobs and no stomach, no waist. Like, it gets to you as a woman. No matter how confident you are, it will get to you when you start to see, like, this is the type of men or type of women all men want to look at. Like, whether your man or your friends say so or not, like, they're all scrolling and liking the same type of pictures on social media or sliding in the same type of females' DMs. And it's like, it gets to you. Like, don't get me wrong, I've always been a confident person. Whether I was secure about parts of my body or not, I've always been confident. But it does start to, you know, mess with your mental. Like, damn, like, this is what you got to compete up against, fake bodies. Like, that was getting to me as well. And so I had to cut out social media. So that was my, you know, my mental. And also just trying to stray away from being a negative thinker or being judgmental of others, because I may not say it or show it, but I definitely have become like a very judgmental person. And I don't know where that's come from, but like, you know how you'd be like, oh, I wouldn't do that, or girl, that's stupid. Like, why would you do, like, in my mind, I would think these things. And I don't like to be a negative thinker. I like positive energy and positive vibes. So I feel like I needed to work on that. And then the physical, like I said, anybody that knows me knows, like, I'm famous for, like, being on Snapchat, like, recording me working out, posting IG stories working out, eating clean, stuff like that. And I had to take a second to step back and self-reflect on, like, why was I able in the past, over these past few years, been able to, like, drop weight by, like, not eating certain things or working out hardcore and be fine and get back to the weight I wanted to be at and look how I want to look. But now it's a struggle. For me, I realized that me working out and eating better in the past was due to situations I was in.
And it was always, like, relational, like, because I was going through something in a relationship or going through something in my family.
For me not to think about it or to block out the pain, I would just focus on going hard at work. So working like 12, 13-hour shifts. And for my people that used to work at the middle school I used to work at, they know what I mean. That wasn't even an option. Like, working hard like that and then leaving after 11, 12-hour day, going home, changing, and going straight to the gym. So by the time I'm done doing all that, I don't even have the energy to think of anything that was hurting me or bothering me. And I would drown myself in
working out in Grey's Anatomy.
Like, I probably binge watched like 3 or 4 seasons in a matter of like a month, because that's all I would do. So I wanted to figure out a way to motivate myself to be healthier without it coming from a negative space. So now that you know my reasonings on why I wanted to do the Daniel fast, let's get into what the do's and don'ts were during this 21-day period of December. Okay, y'all. So these are some of the do's and don'ts of the Daniel fast that I did for myself. Some of these things I found on the Ultimate Daniel Fast website, which were like things you could or couldn't eat. And then some of these other things I added for myself for my own personal reasons. So this is what I had on my refrigerator as a daily reminder to myself and to my boyfriend, so he would know, like, okay, this is something she can or can't do. So, you know, I would keep him in the loop, you know? So on my yes side, I have, this is what I was doing daily. A devotional in the morning and in the afternoon. 1 sermon a day, stretching, because your girl used to work out all the time. Like, high school, I ran track. College, I started to run track, but then I stopped, but I was always in the gym. And then post undergrad, like the first couple years, I would always go to the gym or go running at the park, which I haven't been doing. So I needed to figure out something to do. So I'm like, let's just start with stretching. I didn't want to do any hardcore working out because I'm like, I have to challenge myself with not eating certain things. I don't want to overwhelm myself by having to work out a lot. 8 hours of sleep. Because your girl was always on social media at night, steady scrolling, I was never getting a solid 8 hours of sleep. Or if I was going to sleep on time, I would be waking up periodically throughout the night. 1, because I drank a lot of water, so I had to use the bathroom. And 2, because I would just wake up, like just randomly wake up and then couldn't go back to sleep. So I was never getting a solid 8 hours of sleep. And if you know me from before, meaning maybe like a year or 2 ago, high school, college, like y'all know I would sleep. I would go out and party, but your girl would get her sleep, period. Like, my phone would be off after a certain time on do not disturb, and you could not bother me. Whether you was a friend, family, mom, whoever, it was a no. So I'm trying to get back to that. Drinking 100 ounces of water. Because at the time I started this fast, when I first weighed myself, I was 200. But then maybe like a day or two later, I was like 195. I didn't drop 5 pounds. I think my scale was just off. Because a month or two before, I was still 195. So I started at 195. So typically, what you should do is drink half of your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 pounds, not 100 pounds, 100 ounces of water a day. For me, I have my pink Starbucks cup, which I can't find. I would just fill that up 4 times a day. Boom, that's my 100 ounces. But towards the end, Sprouts had a sale on 50 fluid ounces of essential water. So if I just drink 2 of these a day, I would be good. Not gonna lie, it's been hard for me to drink 2 of these a day, so I only drink 1 a day and just call it a day. But key point is to drink more water than you usually been drinking. And one new hobby or skill. My one new hobby or skill was downloading Duolingo on my phone as an app. That helps just to curb the fact that I'm always on my phone anyway. So to be on something more productive, why not? And since I took French in high school, I still know some French. And when I get my hair done, they talk in French. And I be wanting to know what they be saying. So I'm like, why not just brush up on my French? So I do that daily for like 20 minutes. And I also started reading Gabrielle Union's book that she came out with last year. Like, I think it's called like We're Gonna Need More Wine. I bought it last year and didn't even read it. Like, I started the first 3 pages, then stopped. Honestly, because it wasn't that interesting. But once I really got into it, it was a really good book. And I'm still reading it now. So those are my yeses. And then my no's were things that I could not eat or could not do during this 21-day period. Which was, there was no eating meat or fish. Now y'all know I love me some carne asada. I love a good salmon, like shrimp. No meat or fish, no dairy, no sugar, no processed food, no starches, no social media, no sex, no frivolous spending. Because your girl literally buys $300 or $400 worth of Shein clothes every month. So I don't run out of space in my closet. And frivolous spending also goes for like me ordering out all the time. Because for one, I buy like $200-$300 worth of groceries every 2 weeks. Then I'm eating out all the time too. It's just not adding up. I'm wasting money. And now that I have a car, and it's my first car, my first baby, I need to be more, accountable with my money that I'm spending. Took off social media for the reasons I already told you guys. No sex, because at the end of the day, honestly, as a Christian, let me put this down. We're not supposed to be having sex, y'all. And not to talk down on nobody, because clearly your girl was having sex. I was in my relationships, I was dating, I was doing my thing. But it came to a point where I was starting to feel convicted. Like, I don't know when that point was exactly, but it definitely was maybe around, I don't even want to say it around the time of the Daniel fast. It definitely happened to me probably sometime last year where I started to feel convicted. Like, I know I shouldn't be doing this. Like, even if I am in love with this person and we're together and life's good, we shouldn't be doing it. But I feel like culture and social media and celebrities have us just seeing that this is the way you're supposed to be. Like,
everybody wants to be a baby mom, or everybody's having sex, or everybody wants to lay up in Netflix and chill.
So that's not how we're supposed to be.
And I'm not shaming nobody for it, because I used to be just like that with people I used to date or be in a relationship with or talk to. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to wait for sex till marriage. It's something that's supposed to be so unique, so set aside, so set apart that only this one person is granted to have access to you that way, not multiple people. Because
soul ties, baby,
is a real thing, okay? And a break a soul tie ain't nothing nice, ain't nothing pretty. Oh, my hands is ashy, y'all. But seriously, y'all, like, it's no joke. I'm sorry, y'all. My hands are so ashy. I'll be back, y'all. I gotta get some lotion. Okay, y'all. I had to get my 1,000 wishes from Bath and Body Works because your
girl's hands is ashy. I don't need y'all telling me that my hands is ashy in the comments.
Thank you. But yes, so I chose to take that off the table. I will say, if you are in a season of singleness, you're single, you're not dating or nothing like that, it's great for you to do the Daniel fast then to get more clarity with the Lord and what you should be doing.
But if you're in a relationship,
I will say it is a different challenge. It's going to challenge you as a person because you're taking something off the table that you do enjoy too. But it's also going to challenge your partner. And I'm not going to say it's going to show you if this person is meant for you or not, because that's not true. Because if you started off your relationship one way and allowing certain things and then you take it away, it can put a wedge or it can cause, you know, an uneasiness in the house. Because my boyfriend and I, we live together in this apartment, and taking that off the table definitely was a challenge. A challenge as in we both weren't on the same page with it. As in, like, spiritually I'm here with it and spiritually he's here with it. Not saying I'm higher, but saying that we're just not on the same level spiritually right now. And it's not my job to get him to where I'm at, you know, but just for him to understand where I'm at. So it's definitely been a challenge, but he has come around, you know, to being accepting of what I'm doing for myself as a Christian woman. So that's that, y'all. The other challenges I've faced were eating. Like, the first 5 days I felt like were not torture, but were very hard because I am a stress eater and I get stressed out a lot about, you know, the holidays, because it's holiday season, work. Like, I just put a lot on myself, and I'm a big critic on myself too. I critique myself a lot, so I'm very overworked, overstressed. And what I like to do now, which I notice as an adult, is stress eat. In the past, when I would be stressed, I would
just work out or binge watch TV show or sleep.
Now I stress eat, and my stress eating comes from eating tons and tons of sweets,
Cookies, cakes, pies, ice cream, like, obsessively.
which has caused me probably to gain the weight that I did gain. But it was a struggle. But, you know, also finding healthy snacks that are actually good, y'all, kind of helped me in that area. But for me, it was all more so too about routine, because as you've seen on my board, I said it was certain things I was supposed to do daily. So every morning I would read this book here. It's In Touch with God. It's a woman's daily devotional. It's like 365 days a year. Me and my best friend, who she also decided to do the fast with me, bought this from Burlington Coat Factory. Girl, y'all, I can't talk. Burlington Coat Factory. It was only $7. And even though we bought it literally a month ago, we still started on January 1st in the book, just so we could start fresh. And I read a devotional every day, and I date it, because as you can see, the date that's set on it is not the date that it is right now, because it's from in January. I'm doing it in December. I write the day at the top. I read the message for the day and highlight any key points that I think resonate for myself. And they have a little prayer at the bottom that I'll read, and then I'll go back and read the scripture that goes along with the message. I do that every morning. So my goal was to, when I wake up in the morning, this is the first thing my eyes should be seeing.
I should not be seeing my phone first. Should not be trying to check my work emails first.
Hitting this first. And then after work, I will watch a sermon either by myself or with my boyfriend if I decided to watch a sermon later on in the day, if I was lesson planning too late. And then while watching the sermon, I would have my trusty dusty Bible. Y'all, don't come for my Bible. I know the cover in the back looks trash. I had to hot glue or super glue to bind the back together. But when I tell y'all, I've had this Bible
since I was 9, I know
I need a Bible cover. If y'all know any good places that sell Bible covers, let me know. I've had this Bible since I was 9. Y'all, I can't talk. Since I was 9. One of my mom's ex-boyfriends actually bought this for me when we lived in Michigan, and I've had it ever since. And the crazy thing is, as tore up as the outside looks, these pages here, baby, look fresh and clean. So when I watch a sermon, I'm big on note-taking. I think I got that from my mom. So I have my little journal here that I take my notes in, and I date it or whatever. Then after that, for the first 12 days of the fast, I found on a website different verses you should read for each day. So I wrote them down for each day. It's a scripture you should read, and then something specific you should pray for. So like today is my 21st day. So today, at the end of the day, I'm going to read Romans 1 through 16. And then I'm going to pray about boldness to share the gospel with others. So it gives you a verse of scripture and something specific to pray about. Also, because I said the first 12 days. During the first 12 days, I read the book of Daniel. So there are, oh yeah, get it together. There are 12 chapters in the book of Daniel. So the first 12 days, I read one chapter each. And it helps you to better understand, one, the Daniel fast, because they introduced it in the very first chapter. And two, how great of a man Daniel was and how close he was to God. And it just showed how he trusted in him. And y'all, when y'all really read the Bible and read certain books of the Bible, I'm telling you, the Bible is like low-key better than any reality TV show you'll ever watch. Like, I was reading the book of Daniel and reading the chapters, and after each chapter every night, I'm like,
oh. Talking to my boyfriend, like, it's so crazy, you don't believe what just happened. Like it's very, like, interesting.
You actually sit down and read the Bible for yourself, and while you're reading, picturing what's really happening. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's so good. Reading the book of Daniel, I was excited every night to read a new chapter. Like, it's a new chapter of a book. Like, once you get excited about the word like that, it makes it a lot easier for you to do all of this daily. Because when you think about it, it is a lot. Especially if you have like a regular 8 to 9 hour workday job. And just having to do all this, it really was a lot. But it was definitely worth it. I feel like spiritually, I am growing closer to God.
But I'm not where I want to be yet.
I feel like the first 21 days just scratched the surface, y'all. This is nothing. So for me, I feel like I do want to do it for an additional couple 21 days. Maybe until March, maybe until my birthday in July 2021. I don't know. But I do feel like these first 21 days was just the beginning. Just like blowing the dust off, dusting my shoulders off to get prepared to really dive deep into what God has for me and how I should be walking in my purpose. So another thing, like I said, was about the stuff that you can or can't eat. So let me take you guys to my fridge and my cabinet so you can see what your girl was eating on a day today. Let's go. Fridge, because there's a lot going on in here, but I'm gonna show y'all some of the basics that I ate. Well, I drank Essentia. Sprouts organic tater tots was a big one. For breakfast, I would eat. Ooh, y'all, I'm dropping. I didn't eat that ice cream, y'all. Breakfast sausages. I also had, let's look down here. These were my saving grace, y'all. When I tell y'all, these plant-based burger patties, especially the ones, these are good, but the ones that got cheddar in it, well, non-dairy cheddar in it. Jumping, y'all, jumping. Also, I love corn. I ate so much corn. I know they said no starches. I do feel like, is corn a starch or is that just potatoes? Corn. Love it, love corn. This Daya cheese here, which is non-dairy. Jumping. Also, I had this benevolent bacon, which is, of course, no meat. It's made out of different beans, so it's supposed to substitute pork bacon. I wasn't too much a fan of this because it tastes like barbecue. It doesn't really taste like bacon. Another thing that I love to eat was mangoes. Just egg. When I tell you I went to Sprouts 2 days in a row looking for this because they were out of it, this stuff really does give off the effect of eggs. Like, and they actually smell better than eggs. Like, really, really good. Scramble that up with some green and red peppers, which I also had. Throwing some butter in the pan. This is the new butter that I use. String beans, broccoli, y'all. Like, and I also bought something new, which I haven't tried. Let me show you. Don't mind my sink, y'all. I know it needs to be washed. Little Potato Company potatoes. Fresh green beans, which I'm going to be cooking later. Whole wheat pasta, which I made with my pasta sauce, which was this pasta sauce right here. The organic pasta sauce, tomato, basil. I also had, even though it said no sugar, but how you gonna eat pancakes with no sugar? This is almost gone. My 100% pure organic maple syrup. And I just bought, let me show y'all. I just bought some new pancake mix that I can't wait to try because it's banana flavored. But look, it's grain-free, gluten-free, no added sugar. low glycemic and dairy free. So all you gotta do is add water and it's the bomb. So y'all, when I tell y'all it's lit, it's lit. So as you can see, your girl was still eating good. I wasn't starving. So like the meals I would eat pretty much, because I didn't show you guys everything because I didn't feel like having to pull it all out. In the mornings I would eat like the meatless bacon or the Beyond breakfast sausage with protein pancakes, which weren't the bag that I showed you. They actually come in 3s of mini pancakes. I would eat that with the maple syrup. Or I would eat like the meatless bacon with some tater tots, or like yesterday I had the sausage links with the just egg scramble. Then for lunch, y'all, when I tell y'all I would live off of the plant-based burgers, y'all, like sometimes I would eat that burger for lunch and for dinner. But like the other night, I made the plant-based burger on a brioche bun from Sprouts. Shout out to Sprouts. Y'all, if you live in the tri-state area, whether you're in Delaware, Jersey, or Pennsylvania, they have a Sprouts in those locations. I'm telling you, it's better than Trader Joe's. It's better than any Whole Foods. Go to Sprouts Farmers Market, y'all. I'm telling you, you will love that store. I love that store. I don't even go to ShopRite no more, y'all, or a Food Line like that, unless I need like laundry detergent, deodorant, or something like that, body wash. Sprouts is where it's at. It is more expensive, but you're taking care of your body, so why not spend more money to have your body looking better, feeling better, you know? But I would eat that, and then at night I would eat probably a burger again sometimes with organic potato fries, or I would get the meatless ground beef. You know, like how you make spaghetti with, I would get that with the organic sauce, the wheat noodle pasta, and go in. Since I'm the only one that cooks in my household, it was a little challenging for my boyfriend because he doesn't know how to cook. So if he cooks, I have to be there with him to tell him what to do. So with me not cooking every day like I usually cook, stuff that we would typically eat, it was a challenge for him because it's like, well, what can I eat? So he ate a lot of noodles, like oodles and noodles and stuff like that. Some days, you know, I felt strong enough to where I could cook for him, because it is a challenge, y'all. It's one thing to not be able to eat something, but it's another thing to have to cook the stuff that you can't even eat. So I'm just like, I'm not cooking for you because it's not fair to me. I have to sit up here and smell it, and when I cook, I taste it.
I know extra spoon, taste, instinct, whatever.
Like, so that was just hard for me. But all in all, I can say these first 21 days have been an amazing journey for me. Very eye-opening. Spiritually, I feel like I am in a better space with God. Mentally, my head is more clear and so much more positive. Like, I'm so much more less petty than I used to be. I don't have as many negative thoughts that I used to have towards myself or towards others. I pick and choose now. Like, is this worth arguing about? Like, the negativity, my stress level is down.
I'm like, now I'm just like, Aaliyah, if it don't get done today, it just don't get done. Get done what you can get done and call it a day.
Like, you can't stress. Like, just focus on today, what needs to be done today, and be okay if it's not done today. Because stressing for me just caused so many problems.
I get really bad migraines and I'm just irritable. Like,
I don't like feeling like that. I like feeling upbeat and energetic how I'm feeling right now. Like with you guys, like, this is how I like to feel. And then physically, y'all, no cap. Like I said, when I first started 21 days ago, I weighed 195. This is probably the largest I've ever been in my life, which is why I was so unhappy with my weight, mainly because where my weight was going. All my weight, y'all, was going to like
my stomach, my thighs, my butt, my face.
That's the first place you can really tell if I gained weight, because I was so small before. My facial structure was a little more like defined. And since I gained weight, my face is so much more rounder, chunkier. I already got a big head. I don't want no chunky big head. But, you know, like, so I weighed 195. And now I weighed myself yesterday and today because I was at shock a little bit. Like, hold up. Like, is my scale deceiving me? Like, or is this really happening? Your girl is down 10 pounds. I'm officially 185 and it feels really good. And that was probably like aside from growing closer to God, me dropping a little bit of weight, that little 10 pounds meant a lot to me. And it showed me how much you can really do when you commit to something, like, and stick it out. Like, I think I was trying, like, just to lose the weight so fast and nothing was happening. I was getting frustrated. But just sticking it out and having to be consistent and become part of your lifestyle made it so much easier. And I feel so good about myself that I've gotten this way. Like, physically, I'm down 10 pounds, but I also feel more energetic. I don't feel like I don't get the itis after I eat. Whenever I eat, I feel like I have more energy. My skin is just naturally glowing. Like, I got on lashes right now. I did my brows, but besides that, this glow from this light, honey, is just all me. Like, my skin is clearer. I just overall feel better. Like, my face don't be breaking out. And I have sensitive skin as it is, y'all. So I break out very easily, which is why I only put like stuff like this on my hands or something like that. I can't put it all over my body. But I just overall feel
so good. Like,
I wake up in a good mood. I go to bed in a good mood. I'm energetic with my kids during the day when I'm teaching. Like, it just feels so great to feel like this. And with that being said, like I said, I am going to continue this for another 21 days and just see where it goes. I may continue to do this, you know, up until my birthday in the summertime, and then pop back, you know, on social media.
Looking like a baddie.
Or, you know, I don't know. Just to see where it goes. Because right now, I'm just so happy with where I'm at. I think this lifestyle change should be permanent for me. Like, for me, I'm starting to think that maybe, Aaliyah, this shouldn't just be a fast. Maybe this should be your lifestyle. And of course, if you're in a relationship, you need to talk that over with the person you're with. Not saying that's gonna change your mind, but like, it's different than if you're single and doing this. You can say, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing it, and you can go ahead and do it. But if you're with someone else, you have to take their feelings and their thoughts and how it's gonna affect them into consideration. Not saying that's gonna change my mind, because I already told him it's something I want to do, but still consider the other person in your life, you know? But I'm excited to see, you know, what else. Well, they're blessings, not even blessings, just a better relationship. How much stronger my relationship with God is going to get through another 21 days and me continuing this as a lifestyle. I'm going to just keep doing it per 21 days. So today I am going to like re-download, well, tomorrow I'm going to re-download my social media just to catch up and see what's going on. Then I'm just going to re-delete it and get back into my focus with me and God and see where it goes. Because honestly, you don't really need social media for networking and stuff, yeah, but like the people that you typically talk to got your number. Y'all can FaceTime, y'all can hang out, whatever. So I'm not really too pressed for that, but I'm just excited to see where this spiritual journey with God goes with me, and to see physically and mentally how much more I improve over these next few 21 days that I continue to do this. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, because I know this is kind of a lot and I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, but this is the only way I can get it out. And yes, thank you for tuning into my channel. I hope you do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.